Everything you think you know about breathing is incomplete. Since the day you were born, you were taught that breathing is nothing more than a biological act, an automatic reflex of the body, something that happens effortlessly and without significance. But this is the first great illusion that must be undone. The air moving in and out of your lungs is not just oxygen. It carries energy, influences your emotions, affects your mind, and can even unlock higher states of consciousness. You can choose to ignore this power, living on autopilot like most people do, or you can learn to control it and completely transform your inner energy. The choice is yours. But know this: once you realize the true power of your breath, there is no turning back. Pause for a moment. Look around you. Amid the chaos of everyday life, no one stops to think about their own breathing. It happens effortlessly, invisible, unnoticed. But here's the truth: the very thing you do unconsciously every single day could be the key to changing your reality. Why do some people remain calm under extreme pressure while others fall apart? Why do some radiate vitality while others live in a constant state of exhaustion, trapped in a cycle of fatigue and discouragement? The answer lies in how they breathe, and more importantly, in their awareness of it. Breathing is not just about survival. Breathing is the gateway to hidden states within you, and those who understand this truth unlock a level of self-mastery that most will never reach. Welcome to the Arcane Vault. None of this is new. Ancient civilizations already knew that breathing was far more than just a physiological reflex. The yogis of India, the Tibetan monks, the Taoist sages of China, all of them understood that air carries a vital energy. They discovered that breath could heal, expand the mind, and awaken dormant potential. But over time, this knowledge was lost. Why? The answer is simple: distraction. Modern society has trained us to live disconnected. We've been conditioned to focus on the external and forget the internal. We seek energy in coffee, food, and digital dopamine, while the true source of power has always been within us, flowing with every breath. But now, you're starting to remember. There is a method, an ancient technique. It was used by monks and spiritual masters to generate inner heat, awaken their life force, and even expand consciousness. And the best part, you don't need years of training to feel its effects. Stay with us until the end, because we're going to reveal exactly how to apply it. Since the dawn of time, air was never just a physical element. It has always been seen as a sacred force, a direct link between the human and the divine. While modern science views oxygen merely as biological fuel, ancient civilizations knew there was something more, something invisible, yet real. The Egyptians believed the breath of life was a gift from the gods, given at birth and taken at death. To the Mayans, the wind was a manifestation of the sacred, a vehicle of power and transformation. Were these cultures mistaken, or have we simply forgotten an essential truth? Regardless of the name it has been given throughout the centuries, all these traditions speak of the same force, an energy that permeates the air and can be cultivated, directed, and expanded. If you look at ancient texts, you'll see a pattern. Breath control has always been a key element in spiritual rituals. The masters knew that altering the rhythm and depth of breath didn't just change the internal state, it also changed the connection with something greater. Pranic meditation. Hindu sages used breathing techniques to access higher states of consciousness and align their energy centers. Taoist breathing. Specific breathing patterns were used to store and circulate vital energy throughout the body. Sacred chants. From Tibetan mantras to Gregorian chants, all these practices involve precise breathing rhythms to generate states of ecstasy and mental clarity. Prayer and breathing in Christian and Islamic traditions. Rhythmic breathing was unconsciously integrated into prayers and devotional repetitions, aiding in concentration and the release of the ego. It doesn't matter the culture, the pattern is the same. Those who master their breath master their energy, and those who master their energy master their reality. But most people never realize this. Most continue living on autopilot, wasting a power they carry within them every single moment. Now look at yourself. Have you ever noticed how your breathing changes when you're anxious? How it becomes short, fast, and unstable? And when you're relaxed, have you observed how it becomes long, deep, and rhythmic? Here's something almost no one tells you. It works both ways. Yes, your emotions affect your breathing, but your breathing can also change your emotions. This isn't mysticism, it's science. Your nervous system operates in two primary modes: sympathetic mode, fight or flight, which keeps you in a constant state of alertness, draining your energy. Parasympathetic mode, rest and regeneration, which restores your body and mind, bringing clarity and focus. Most people are stuck in the first mode, always rushed, always anxious, always exhausted. What they don't realize is that breathing has the power to manually switch to the second mode. Through conscious breathing, you can break free from mental chaos, activate deep states of calm, and access higher levels of energy. And the question is, are you ready to awaken this power within yourself? Are you breathing to empower yourself or to stay trapped in stress? It all comes down to the autonomic nervous system, which controls involuntary functions like heart rate, digestion, and hormone production. Short, shallow breathing activates the sympathetic mode, sending danger signals to the brain, increasing cortisol levels, and keeping your body in a state of constant alert. Long, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic mode, lowering heart rate, releasing relaxing neurotransmitters, and stabilizing your entire system. Your breath doesn't just reflect your emotional state, it creates it. By controlling the air that enters and leaves your body, you are literally hacking your own biology. Have you ever heard that deep breathing calms the mind? What no one explains to you is why. Breathing directly alters your brain chemistry, impacting your perception and emotions. Here's how it happens. Serotonin. Long, controlled breaths increase the levels of this neurotransmitter, boosting your mood and promoting well-being. Endorphins. Deep breathing techniques stimulate the release of these substances, reducing pain and inducing pleasure and relaxation. GABA, gamma-aminobutyric acid, a neurotransmitter essential for reducing anxiety and bringing mental clarity. Slow breathing activates its calming effect. Natural DMT. Certain advanced breathing techniques, like holotropic breathwork, can stimulate the release of small amounts of DMT, a substance associated with heightened states of consciousness and spiritual visions. This means that your breath has the power to bring you into a state of emotional balance, mental clarity, and absolute focus. No stimulants, no medications, just control. Now you understand why monks and yogis spend hours practicing conscious breathing. They weren't just meditating, they were activating neurochemical states that modern science is just beginning to comprehend. There's a secret that few realize. Between each inhale and exhale, there's a brief pause, a moment of emptiness. This gap is a portal, a space where the mind dissolves and your intuition can emerge. Great spiritual masters knew this. They learned to focus on this space between breaths to access deep insights. Some called it the whispers of the universe. Others called it connection with the higher self. But the truth is simple. When you control your breath, you access dimensions of consciousness that most will never experience. Now think, if your breath alters your internal perception, what happens when you modify it while interacting with the external world? Slow, deep breathing enhances your clarity and presence, making you notice details you previously overlooked. Rhythmic, balanced breathing alters your perception of time, slowing down the world around you and giving you more control over your reactions. Energizing, expansive breathing can make you feel a deeper connection to everything around you, as if you're seeing the world with new eyes. In other words, by transforming your breath, you transform your perception. Now imagine if there were an even more advanced method, capable of taking this expansion to the extreme. Something so powerful that it was used by Tibetan monks to generate internal heat, withstand freezing temperatures, and access elevated states of consciousness. This is not imagination. This technique exists, and now you are about to learn it. The secret technique of the Himalayan monks. For centuries, a powerful practice has remained hidden in the monasteries of Tibet. The monks who master it are capable of increasing their own body temperature, withstanding extreme cold conditions, activating deep states of meditation and concentration, awakening an inner fire that burns through emotional blockages and expands their perception of reality. This technique is called tumo, or the breathing of the inner fire. And this is not just an ancient belief. Science has already proven that people who practice tumo experience real physiological changes, including increased blood circulation and the release of neurotransmitters that induce mental clarity and inner strength. But to master it, you need to follow the process correctly. How to practice tumo? To perform this technique effectively, you must prepare your environment. Choose a quiet place, free from distractions. Keep your spine straight, sitting in a lotus position or a firm, comfortable posture. Relax your body, but remain alert. Now, follow these steps. Preparatory breathing. Start with a few deep, soft breaths. Close your eyes and focus on the center of your abdomen, just below your navel. Visualization of the inner fire. Imagine a small flame inside of you, growing with every inhale. This flame represents your vital energy. Vigorous breathing. Inhale deeply through your nose, expanding your abdomen and activating the inner heat. Hold your breath for a few seconds and gently contract the pelvic floor, as if holding the energy inside your body. During this retention, visualize the heat rising through your spine and spreading through your chest and head. Exhale, controlled. Exhale through your mouth in a controlled manner, mentally directing the heat to every cell of your body. Repeat the cycle. Repeat this process for 10 to 15 minutes, respecting your own limits. With consistent practice, you will begin to notice the subtle yet powerful effects of this technique on your body and mind. What happens during the practice? As you delve deeper into tumo, you may experience intense physical sensations, a real warmth spreading throughout your body, tingling sensations in the extremities, changes in your perception of the environment. Many practitioners report a spontaneous emotional release, as if old blockages are being dissolved. Others experience extreme mental clarity, where thoughts slow down and intuition becomes sharp. How long does it take to feel the effects? The first signs can appear during the very first practice, but true mastery comes with consistency. For beginners, 3 cycles of 5 breaths are enough to activate the first signs of the technique. Over time, the intensity can be increased, leading to a deep mastery of your own inner energy. The most important thing is not to push beyond your own pace. If at any point you feel dizziness or discomfort, return to natural breathing and allow your body to adjust. Now that you've mastered the tumo technique and felt its effects coursing through every cell of your body, it's time to go further. What comes next is the key to unlocking an even deeper level of inner power, something that will transform not only your breath, but your perception of reality. There is a secret that many advanced practitioners know. Breathing alone is powerful, but when combined with visualization, it becomes a tool capable of shaping your energy precisely. In tumo, The flame that grows in the center of the abdomen is an example of this fusion of breath and imagination. But what if you could direct that force to any part of your body? What if you could use it to awaken dormant abilities, heal emotional patterns, or access higher states of consciousness? Different spiritual traditions teach that the color of the light visualized during breathing can directly influence its effects. For example, visualizing a golden light can amplify vitality and expand your energetic field. A blue light can bring a sense of deep serenity, dissolving tension and anxiety. A white light can represent purification, clarity, and connection with higher planes of consciousness. But the most important thing is not the color itself, but the intention you place in the practice. Breathing without intention still has its effects, but they remain limited. Now, when you breathe with a conscious purpose, whether it's to increase your energy, release stored trauma, or simply expand your perception, your body and mind synchronize, working together to manifest exactly what you desire. This is one of the great secrets of Tumo and many other hidden breathing practices. They not only work with the body, but reconfigure your energy from the inside out. And to further enhance this, you can use internal affirmations. While inhaling, try mentally repeating phrases like, "I am absorbing pure and renewing energy." During retention, strengthen that energy with the affirmation, "This force is awakening my true power." And as you exhale, feel yourself releasing blockages, tensions, and any weight that no longer serves your purpose. Now imagine taking this to an even deeper level, activating the very center of your emotional energy, the heart. Breathing consciously into your chest while cultivating a state of gratitude or love has an immediate and powerful effect on the nervous system. Scientific studies have already proven that this state of coherence between breath and emotion significantly reduces stress and enhances well-being. That's why monks and advanced meditators practice this daily. It's not just a belief, but a science that is increasingly being validated. And beyond that, when you enter this state, your perception begins to shift. The world seems calmer. Small details, which once went unnoticed, start to stand out. Your intuition sharpens, and your emotional reactions stop being automatic and become conscious choices. But how does this work? How do your mind and body react so intensely to something as simple as visualization and breath? Neuroscience has a fascinating answer to this. Experiments show that the brain doesn't completely distinguish between something being visualized and something happening in the physical world. This means that when you imagine light flowing through your body as you breathe, your brain reacts as if it were actually happening. Your neurotransmitters respond, your physiology changes, your energy field shifts. In other words, what you see internally, you create externally. Now let's turn this theory into practice. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, imagining that you're drawing energy from the universe into your body, connecting to an invisible source of power. Hold this breath and visualize this energy expanding within you, flowing through every cell, awakening dormant points of strength. Now, as you exhale, feel yourself releasing everything that no longer belongs to you. Fears, tensions, repetitive thoughts, all of it dissolves into the air like smoke vanishing in the wind. If you practice this daily, you'll start to notice subtle yet undeniable changes. Moments of clarity will arise spontaneously. You'll begin to see patterns in the events of your life that you never noticed before. Your intuition will grow stronger, and your presence in the world will feel different. More grounded, more centered, more connected, and then one day you'll realize something incredible. You are not just an observer of your reality, you are its creator, and it all started with your breath. But there is something even deeper waiting to be discovered. Right now, an invisible flow of energy is running through you. In different spiritual traditions, this flow has been called chakras, meridians, subtle bodies. The terminology may vary, but the truth remains the same. The way this energy moves or gets blocked directly impacts your life, whether it's your physical well-being, mental clarity, or connection to higher states of consciousness. What most people don't realize is that many of the discomforts they feel aren't just physical. Tightness in the chest, a heavy feeling in the stomach, a lump in the throat. These are just visible symptoms of something deeper. And when you start directing your breath consciously to these areas of the body, something extraordinary happens. You begin to feel this energy, and more than that, you learn how to unlock it. By focusing your breath on areas of tension, you are literally dissolving the internal barriers that prevent energy from flowing freely. Like a blocked channel that has remained stuck for years, intentional breathing starts to clear the path, allowing life force to move more harmoniously. This practice doesn't just free trapped energy, it also heals the emotional and spiritual aspects that have been hidden in the shadows. The power to transform your reality, your health, and your perception is within your breath. And when you use it consciously, you connect to the vast potential for change that already exists within you. Now, as we reach the end of this revealing expedition, I want to express my deepest gratitude to you for staying with us until the end. Your dedication and curiosity are the fuel that drives us to explore, demystify, and share these intriguing stories. I want to share something special with you. As a fan of the Map of Higher Self channel, you are about to embark on a unique journey of self-discovery and mental formation. I present to you the Map of Higher Self, a revolutionary ebook that will redefine your mental reality. As the creator of this content and leader of the Map of Higher Self channel, I'm sharing my deepest experiences and valuable lessons with you. Each chapter of this ebook is a reflection of my journey, filled with practical lessons I've lived and transformed into wisdom. Don't miss this opportunity to transform your life. Click the link in the pinned comment and start your journey towards self-knowledge and positivity today. Imagine yourself for a moment as one of the ancient explorers who ventured into unknown territories, guided only by the flame of curiosity and the thirst for knowledge. Every piece of information, every symbol deciphered, is like a map leading us deeper into the labyrinth of the unknown. And just like those explorers, you too are now a little closer to the truth, carrying with you a new understanding of the forces that shape our world. Your presence here is not just a personal achievement, but a valuable contribution to a vibrant community of curious and knowledge-seeking individuals. Every view, every comment, every like is a step we take together toward a deeper and collective understanding. You are not just a spectator, you are a partner in this journey of discovery. So, as we close this chapter, I invite you to reflect on today's revelations and prepare for the next steps. We will continue unraveling secrets, questioning established truths, and exploring the mysteries around us. Your participation is essential, not just for the growth of this channel, but for the expansion of our horizon of knowledge. Until the next discovery. And remember, the real power lies in questioning and understanding what is beyond the visible. And before you go, don't miss these 2 videos I've selected especially for you. They're packed with deep knowledge and fascinating discoveries that you'll love. Click on one of them and continue your journey of self-discovery and the pursuit of wisdom with the amazing content our channel has to offer.